Hey everyone, it's Ethan Malone here, and very recently there was a new trailer for The Batman, which is apparently going to be the next reboot for Batman. And I wasn't so excited about it when I saw the leaked you know set, like they were taking pictures of him filming it. I didn't really like how the costume looked. It looked kind of, well, bland. But, after this trailer, I'm honestly pretty excited about it because we can already see, we can see that they're introducing the Riddler, apparently, because, it starts off and he's like, let's just play a little game, me and you. And the Riddler did that a lot in the comics. And at the end of the trailer, we see it says it's going to be released in 2021, except each of the twos is replaced with a question mark. Another reason why I'm almost certain that it's the Riddler, but this is a very different looking Riddler than we have seen in the past. Like, I always thought, well, you can't have the Riddler as a villain in a new Batman movie because he's just too weird, too childish. He's not as solid of a villain anymore, because he's like got tights and a green suit and he's super goofy, that kind of stuff. But here we are, and I'm seeing this really solid looking Riddler villain. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool that they've came out with a legit Riddler. Like, I didn't think they could do that, but then again, I didn't think they could come out with a Scarecrow for a movie like they did with Batman Begins. I didn't think they could come out with a really solid Bane that wasn't, just the one we saw in Batman and Robin. So I'm really glad that they came out with a pretty good concept for a really, just cool Riddler, one that seems like a legitimate threat to a city. And I really like how the Batman's costume is. It looks like he's got some pretty cool armor over there. And I saw the new Batmobile. That looked interesting to me. I saw it and I thought it reminded me a lot of trophy trucks, so like the kinds that they would race with the just a engine, roll bars, and a metal frame that they could take off to work on it and stuff. It reminded me a lot of that, which kind of makes me feel like this is a bit more of a loose type of Batman, one that might not necessarily want to have, want he doesn't mind tearing up his car when he goes out on, missions and then comes back, because it looks like it may be he may have made it much easier to repair, but it still looks really awesome. Like, I'm really excited about it. I want to get the Hot Wheels car for it soon. But we also see Catwoman in the trailer, which is also kind of cool because, I mean, usually they either just don't have Catwoman or they introduce her way later. But I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna do this one. I don't know if they're gonna make her like the exact same. Like, there was Catwoman in Batman Returns. I mean, that Catwoman was alright. She was kind of weird. She was a bit too out of the normal for me. But in The Dark Knight Rises, when they introduced Catwoman, that was the best Catwoman. Like, it was it was the best Catwoman in my opinion. But who knows? Maybe this one will be better. Maybe this movie will surprise me and be better than the Dark Knight series. All right, the chances of that are kind of low. But I mean, look, I'm ready for it. I'm hyped. I'm like, yes, it's a new Batman. I love the Batman series. Batman is my favorite superhero. So, then we do see, of course, that it's going to be released in 2021, but we do actually get to see Batman's face in the trailer, and we see him take off his mask. And it looks like we're getting a much younger type of Batman than we had gotten in the past. It looks like he might be like, I might even say as young as like 17 years old. I mean, he looks like a pretty young dude when he takes off his mask. I mean, he looked pretty young earlier, but I mean, I think they're going for less of a like really bulky Batman, like we saw with the Ben Affleck Batman, or the like, cause see, the Christian Bale Batman, he was about like what I'd say 32 years old when he became Batman. I mean, he had trained with Ra's al Ghul and Ducard and stuff like that. But like, I mean, that is definitely my favorite Batman because he was so down to earth. But I'm wondering if this one they're going for a much younger Batman, sort of like, um, I would love it if they took like a Batman in high school type of spin, sort of like Marvel did with Spider-Man, with Tom Holland. Because I mean, I've always wanted to see that on the screen. What would a young Batman be like? Not like a too young Batman like they had in the comics sometimes. But I'm talking about like a Batman that had people like my age type of problems or around my age. Like if he was 17 years old, I could sort of relate to that. I mean, I know I'm only 14, but I could still sort of relate to it more than if he was like 30. You know what I'm saying? If he's not married and he's not having so much like adult problems. But I thought it'd be interesting if it was like the Batman that got out of the orphanage early and inherited all that. I mean, that would be pretty cool to me. That would be pretty cool if he, had his own house and everything, and he's only like 17 or 18 years old, and he's out, you know, beating up mob bosses and stuff. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really excited about this new Batman. This trailer honestly kind of made me a lot more excited about it because originally I wasn't very excited about it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I'm already at 47 subscribers. And that's a pretty big jump from where I was originally. But if we can get to 100, that will be amazing for me. All right, you guys. So take care. Be safe. Thanks for watching.